Hi Taurus, welcome to your August 2020 work and career reading. I'm going to get straight into it. I just wanted to, as always, thank you for your ongoing support. I'm very excited actually, Taurus, because today, as you know, this is a new channel. It's been running about 12 weeks. And today I actually hit, I'm now up to 190 subscribers. I know compared to some channels that's tiny, but you know, I love the fact that you're joining me, and you know, obviously a lot more people are viewing. What I would ask you to do is, if you haven't already subscribed, please help me by supporting the channel just by clicking a button. That's all it takes, Taurus. If you could click the button for subscribe and the notification bell, I'd really appreciate it, because I'm so excited about hitting 200. I've set myself a target that by the end of the weekend, I'll have 200 subscribers. You need to help me, please. Taurus, no, truly, you know, I jest, but actually I would love your support. That would be great. I'm really enjoying doing the videos for you, and I'm learning as I go along. So, you know, please let me know if there's any other sorts of readings that would interest you, that you think would fit with the channel sort of ethos. And let's get started. Oh, I mustn't forget, the love readings will be out next week, so if that's something that you're interested in, do please make sure you subscribe so you get notified of when they're out. Right, that was a lot of waffle, wasn't it? I'm going to get on with it. So in this video we're going to focus on what is likely to be happening with your work, your career, your possibly finance, if Spirit bring that up, during the month of August 2020. So Spirit, what do we have for Taurus, please? What messages do you have for Taurus for August 2020? Ooh, straight away. Okay, Taurus. That was a clear message. They're saying, believe in the impossible and bring love into the situation. I'm just going to get a couple more cards, and then we're going to look at these in detail. Spirit, please clear my throat chakra again. Okay, nothing will come of this situation. Prosperity lies ahead. That's always a good one to have in a work and career reading. Okay, so it seems like you've been dealing with something that has bothered you, Taurus. It feels like, and I know we've all been in, as I said this last month, we've all been in a time of flux, a time of change. You know, life has been very strange, you know, for all of us, hasn't it? But they're saying, you know, whatever your position is, whatever your situation is at the moment, they want you to believe in the impossible. So if, for example, and you will know what resonates with you, I'm just throwing this in here. If, for example, you've lost your job because of the pandemic, this is the time to believe that, you know, anything can work out. So, you know, if you're hoping to return to work, a change of heart from your employer maybe, or if you're trying to build a business, for example, you know, believe that whatever you set your mind to, Taurus, you can actually achieve. Okay? And this is what Spirit are asking you to do. This is coming through as a really strong message. I can actually feel a pain, not a pain, but an ache in my chest. This is a strong message. They're saying they really want you to believe that you can move whatever situation you're in, you can move this forward and there can be a really good outcome. I'm really excited to see what tarot cards come under this in a minute, because that was a very strong message. I felt it physically, which is their way of telling me that they really want me to labour that point, because yeah, it kind of feels like there's been a situation that you have felt has been out of your control, Taurus. And, you know, you haven't sort of been able to figure out how this is going to move forward. But they're saying, you know, they don't want you to get into arguments with people about this situation. They don't want you to, they've just said the word blame to me. they've given us this card, which may seem a bit odd in a work reading, but it says bring love into this situation. What they're asking you to do is not to blame anybody else for the situation that has arisen, because everybody at the moment is just trying to do what they can to move forward in their own lives, and also to sort of, you know, get each of our countries back on track. And they're saying, even if there's been some sort of dispute, and that's how it kind of feels, even if you feel disgruntled with somebody, going into conflict is not the way forward here. It's not going to help you with this situation. And they're saying, you know, nothing will come of it. This situation is just going to die out, basically. As things progress, as things unfold, you know, that's why it's not worth getting into an argument about, because the situation's here, but actually it will progress, it will move on. There's nothing really that you can do to change it at this moment in time, apart from approach it with, you know, a different attitude. But they want to reassure you, Taurus, that prosperity does lie ahead for you. So even if things are looking difficult now, and, you know, have been difficult maybe during the last few months, they want you to know that it's time for belief. It's time to believe that this situation will turn itself round, because here they are reassuring you that prosperity lies ahead. And how extraordinary that they've brought this up in your reading, because this is the card, you know, with the bull in it, signifies the new moon in Taurus. Okay, so this is very much for you, Taurus. They want you to have faith, definitely to have faith. Right, let's see what the tarot tell us about this situation and how it's going to move forward. Spirit with Taurus, please. What else can you tell us? What about, okay. Yeah, you're going to have learned something from this situation, Taurus. You're going to, you know, the Page of Swords is here. Some learning has taken place. He's obviously been learning, but, you know, this situation is, it's almost like you haven't got all the facts. There's some more, whatever this, and I hesitate to say conflict, but it kind of feels a little bit like a conflict, or something you don't fully understand. As I say, whether you've lost a job maybe, or whether you are worried about a situation at work, it feels like you've not got all the information yet. You've only got a part of it. And, you know, you may be enthusiastic, wanting to move things forward, but it's saying that things will begin to become a lot clearer. Sword cards are about clarity. They're about, you know, logic. Things will begin to become a lot clearer in August regarding whatever this situation is. If this does resonate with you, please let me know in the comments that it resonates, because this looks like a very specific message for a group of you. Okay, but you will begin to see this clarity, but it is in its early stages. It's like you haven't got all the information, which is probably why they're saying don't go into conflict about this, you know, because it's not going to be worth it. There may be things that you don't know, so they've just said to apportion blame would not be right, because you haven't got all the facts, basically, Taurus. Okay, and look at this, you know, this is the Star card. This is a wish fulfillment. And this is why they're asking you to believe in the impossible, okay? Because you have wish fulfillment here. So this situation is definitely, without a doubt, going to right itself. But at the moment, you've just got to be a bit patient with it, I think, because, you know, they're asking you to, you know, not move forward with it because you've not got all the information. Yeah, I mean, you know, they've already said it's almost like it's actually, because Spirit can see the outcome of this situation. Obviously, you can't at the moment, but they're saying that it is, you know, nothing will come of it. It's a situation that's here one day and it'll be gone the next. That's why they don't want you devoting all your energy to it. And they're saying they don't want you to be crying over spilt milk. In this picture, it's actually wine, but you know what I mean. They don't want you looking at what you've lost or looking at what is past, because in front of you there's lots of opportunities. You know, this girl, and please, bear in mind the cards aren't gender specific, but this girl in the picture is actually missing out on the things that are before her on the table. You know, there's a lobster there. She's crying over this wine that's spilt, but there's 2 goblets and a full bottle of wine on the table. You know, if you devote too much energy into something that is maybe that's annoyed you, or that you feel has been unjust or whatever, then you're going to miss the good opportunities ahead of you. And we already know that this situation is it's just what it is at the moment, and you don't know all the facts. So we know that it's going to turn out right, because you've got the Star card here telling you so. And let's see what information they give us about this prosperity card. That was quick, Spirit. In fact, they've given us 2 for some reason. It seems like you're going to have the opportunity to start something new. Now, whether this is inside your current work situation or outside your work situation, only you will know. But, you know, the Page of Cups is enthusiastic, creative, wants to get going on new ideas, you know, very eager to sort of, you know, have a go at things and move things forward. And it seems like whatever this project is what's going to lead you to this prosperity. They've given us the Moon card alongside that, and I don't know whether, do you want that with that? Yeah, they're saying this is, they've brought it up with it, which is odd, because really it belongs over here. But they're saying don't let any sort of deluded energy, and I use the word deluded, again, strange, but these words just come out really. The Moon card is often about illusion, okay? And they don't want you to have any illusions about something. And that's why I said it feels like it belongs over here in a way, because, you know, here they were saying you haven't got all the facts, you know? But also they're saying they want you to sort of reflect on where you're at. They want you to actually, because the Moon is quite a psychic card, they want you to actually look inside at, you know, use your intuition to know which way to go. But be careful that you're not under any illusions about a situation, because there is room for growth here in August. There is room for this new project in, you know, whatever these circumstances are that you feel have been unjust. They don't want you to get stuck in sort of the energy of feeling you're under some sort of delusional thinking, or that somebody around you is under delusional thinking. I hope you get what I'm saying there, because I went around it in a strange sort of way. But they don't want the energy from over here, you know, where you may feel you want to act even though you haven't got all the facts, get in the way of this creative project. I guess that's what I meant to say. Would have been so much easier if I'd said it in one sentence, hey. Sometimes I go a bit round the houses because it just feels that, you know, various words need to be said. So what else is coming up under the star energy, please, Spirit? Yeah, you know, you're going to make the right judgments. So even though you may be feeling, you know, under some sort of illusion at times in the month of August, you're going to be making the right judgments. Look how happy that girl is. Look at her skipping down the path. She knows she's on the right path. She knows she's going in the right direction. You're going to know that this creative project is going to be right for you, Taurus. And you're going to happily follow that path without a doubt. You know, there's going to be a lot more clarity for you in August, because, you know, here you are in King of Swords energy. You're going to look at it very logically. So although we're talking about creative projects, you are going to be using your head here. You're going to be using they've just said to me, business mind. You're going to be using a logical business mind to take you forward and make these decisions. Okay, so, you know, again, they don't want you to dwell on the past, because you have what it takes to carry you forward. The King of Swords is a very powerful king. He's very clear thinking. Normally I would say with the King of Swords, you know, to make sure that you also include some emotion in your decision making. Here, I kind of feel that I don't need to say that, because we already have you from a Cups energy over here, which is an emotional energy, being creative. And the reassurance Spirit are giving you, Taurus, is that you're actually also going to see it from a logical viewpoint. So yes, you'll be creative, but it will be your logical mind that will also help carry you forward. And it'll be the clarity here that stops you from feeling under any sort of illusion energy there. If you notice, and I love it when they do this, at the beginning of the reading over here, they started with Page of Swords energy. This is about learning about clarity beginning to show. And here you are with King of Swords energy, feeling very clear. So during the month of August, that is working its way through. So by the end of August, things are going to be a lot clearer for you. A lot clearer. And let's see what the final card is. Yeah, the efforts that you make are going to be rewarded. You know, other people around you are going to appreciate the stance that you took. And, you know, I mean, some of you may be doing a creative project that puts you in the public eye. You know, this person's definitely got a group of people around her. That sometimes can mean an audience. It could also mean that, as I just said, people around you, you know, appreciate the efforts you're putting in. They're showing you respect. You're being, given recognition for the work that you're doing, basically. So, you know, that creative project, that is where your prosperity will lie. So if you've got a creative project in mind, or the opportunity to do something creative in your workplace, Taurus, go for it in the month of August. Obviously you have free will. Please bear in mind this is general guidance. I'm not suggesting for a moment you throw in your job if you're working, you know, in retail and go off and do something else, unless that is something you're planning, because these are very general readings. But the guidance from Spirit is that this creative project you will end up being recognized for, and that is where prosperity will lie. So it may be a side hustle you're thinking of doing, you know, in which case it may well be worth you pursuing. That's really exciting. I love that reading. There's been some really nice work readings this time because, you know, we've come out of that stuck lockdown type energy into this new sort of moving on type energy. And they've been so much more positive this time. Spirit, did you want me to take that? Sorry. No. Okay. This one. Okay. I love that. What I meant to say to you was, I'm just pulling out a direct message from Spirit card. And yeah, I tend to like to pull one or two at the end of the reading, just to actually draw it all together. And the message from Spirit this time for you, Taurus, is be proud. I'll read you the writing underneath because sometimes it doesn't show up on the video. It's a bit faint. So it says, it's time to celebrate all that you've achieved, all that you are and all that you will become. Every once in a while, it's important to stop and acknowledge that what you've achieved. Every once in a while, it's important to stop and acknowledge what you've achieved and to be proud. Okay. Well, I have to say, Taurus, you're certainly looking proud over here. So whatever this project is, it's a worthwhile project, basically. It's, you know, and ultimately it is showing prosperity. But yeah, you will know whether it's right for you. You will make your own decisions about that, because I can't make that decision for you, obviously. This is just, you know, the energy of today. So Taurus, if you enjoyed that reading, please remember to subscribe. Please remember, I'm on a mission. I want to hit 200 subscribers soon. Oh, I feel like such a baby when I say that, because it's like, you know, there's channels with thousands of subscribers and I'm still aiming for my 200. But, you know, it's early days. So please join me. That would be lovely. The love readings will be out during the next week. I'm also, as some of you will be aware, I'm also doing twin flame readings in between all the others. So, yeah, that's about it, I think. Okay, Taurus, it's been lovely being with you. Please have a beautiful August and I will speak to you soon. Take care.